Blessings, y'all. I hope this video do not cut out, but we're gonna stay on topic. Y'all see that title? I got an update for you. Hey, kitty. I got an update for you. And I'm gonna tell y'all how I came about this update. Okay. All right. So I had already spoke to a couple people that was in that group chat with the crash out videos that I've done. And I found a couple of people that's in my other group that was commenting in that crash out group. So just to refresh you guys, if you hadn't seen Crash Out 1, 2, and 3, it was a post that was going around that said women are choosing to be single because they don't want the average man. I didn't say anything out of order. Very respectful. And all I said was, I don't think that women are choosing to be single because they won't accept the average man. I don't think anything wrong with that. Some people just lay back like that. Okay. I said I think that they just not accepting toxic men. So of course all toxic men responded, which it took okay, so today something else had happened where I had to handle something that was really serious because this one person was just doing too much, going too far. And then when I was talking to the ladies that I know, I'm like, don't you know that's abuse? That if you're commenting and they're attacking you, and then they're attacking you, that has nothing to do with what the conversation was about, and then they're going further and further and further, that's abuse. But you can't tell them that. So I was talking to one of the ladies, and she was like, yeah, I know that group because they did the same thing to me. And, one guy, like I said before, went too far. He went to find her personally and started inboxing her and all, and she had to block and report him and everything like that. That's crazy. That's crazy. Crazy as hell that just because someone made a comment, and I think her comment was something, I can't remember exactly what she said, but it was just as innocent as what I said. And I'm like, I don't know if this person that's putting out the comments is really looking for real answers or just trying to have a conversation. But some of the people that's in their chat, are just ruthless. They're just like demons. And what happens? Demons defend demons. Demons defend demons. Because they all band together. You might get 2-3 people that got some damn common sense. And they're, responding to your reply or your comment. And also, some of them might be defending your comment, okay? So that was the part that I was like, so today, I saw a different post from that person. And I did not answer it. I did not even go in there because it didn't even really make no sense to me. You just, my answer probably would have been offensive. But I saw one of my loves in there, and I'm like, oh no queen. So I hit her up and was like, yeah, you got to be careful in that group because it's a bunch of savages that's in that group that's very, very disrespectful to women, that attack women, that abuse women, that stalk women, that they're only doing it to women. And sometimes the questions ain't always directed towards women, but because I read some of the comments and other posts that they put out there, some of the posts is not directed towards women, but they tend to still want to attack women in this group. So the lady asked me, now here's the update, y'all. And somebody gonna feel some type of way about this, but I don't care. Here's the update. So she was like, why are men, so upset about women wanting to be single? For whatever reason a woman wants to be single. For whatever reason that a woman wants to be single, why are men upset? Especially these ones that's crashing out on the women in the damn chat. You can't make this make sense because it's they want it and they don't want it. And women do it too. So I don't want to hear it. What are you going to do? Because that's not what this was about. I'm only addressing this topic about what was going on. So to me, it's not women, men. We're talking about the commenters. which happens to be men. So stay focused. Stop playing. Stay focused. Okay. So she was like, if women are cool just, being single, why does it upset them? And I said this. It shouldn't upset them. It shouldn't upset them. It shouldn't upset them because they do so many things, and women do too, but we're going to stick on the topic. They do so many things that you would do if you were single. They like to do so many things that would be taboo or not accepted in a relationship. And I'm like, they shouldn't be upset if women want to be single, because that gives them the opportunity to do whatever they want to do. Be and do whomever they want to do, or hunch on or whatever, go wherever they want to go and not have to answer to anyone. Those videos that I watch where the guys or the woman get caught cheating and then they want to explain and they start to cry and all that crap, right? And the first thought that came to my head was, you inserted someone else or somebody else's into the picture, and then now they're like, I'm confused, I don't know what to do, blah blah blah. You wouldn't have been confused if you weren't out there doing something that you should not have been doing. And if you wanted to live their life like that, you should have just been by yourself, men and women. So when you got these, because Knox just gonna do it anyway, I ain't finna go into that, that's a whole nother topic. But they can have Sally, Jane, Chrissy, Barbara, Bobby. They can have all these women, Keisha. They can have all these women and be alone. They could actually have all these women to be alone and still have one of them women, each rotate through the week, stay in the night, or pretending playing house with them. Let's say it that way. So they don't have to bring in this one particular person to just abuse all the time. They don't have to bring in one particular person for that. They can just live their lives or whatever. So what I was saying is, they shouldn't. Men shouldn't be, and women shouldn't be mad if someone chooses to be single. Thank them, because they already know they're going to be on some shenanigans. So if they're going to be on some shenanigans and you're trying to force them to be or do something that they're not going to be or do, then that's on you. So all these people that crashed out, God used other people. Yesterday I had to go do something with my car at the oil change place. And then after that I had to go to Walgreens. And God used people at the right time, because I could have left at any time to do what I did, but I left at the time I left. I was at the light, as long as I missed the light, whatever. That was because timing was timing, God's timing. And that man at the oil change place, he was like, he just said, I can't remember exactly what he said. And I just looked at him, because he was like, people just, they got their own problems, and they want to project it on other people because they have a miserable life, and people just got the da 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 da. And I just looked at him, I said, you know what, God just used you to say something to me that I needed to hear, and you don't even know the situation. So I pretty much just briefed him on the comment thing, and the way that man broke it down, and you could tell this is a younger man too, the way he broke it down, he was like, I understand what you're saying. He's like, I got my own house, my own car. I work. Of course you work because this is your job. You're working in my car right now. And he just started breaking it all down or whatever with common sense. And I was just like, okay, so it is people out there that has common sense. It is. And then I went to the Walgreens, and the lady was there in line, and she was like, talking to the cashier. She was like, I ain't gonna let nobody steal my peace. I'm not gonna be arguing with these people. And then I like interjected like, ma'am, God bless you. Amen. I feel that. She's like, yeah, because, and I was like, yeah. And I briefly like told her like, yeah, because of this and this and that. Okay. So God was on time yesterday, with me, because of course sometimes you get upset because people don't know you and they're trying to upset you, but you're not gonna respond. You might have 1 minute of, why would you say that to me? But it's not like it's going to change anything. You don't have to respond or let them know that you're upset or, clap back. Unless it's something serious. There's certain ways to, let me tell y'all something about clapping back. There's certain ways you can clap back, but do it in the shadows. There's certain ways you can clap back, but do it in the shadows and do it in the right way. There's certain ways you can clap back that they can't say or do nothing. They so damn stupid, y'all. It's the ones that's quiet. It's always the ones that's quiet to be worried about. So when they're out there, just trying to get supply off of anybody and do all they demonic, daily routines, daily demonic routines, like that's not even about you. I feel sorry for them. They feel sorry for their damn selves because they the ones have to wake up like that every day, like, oh, okay, who can I get supply from? Who can I make miserable? Who can I upset? Who can I lie on? Who can I steal from? Who can I cheat on? Who can I do this? Who can I do that? Well, everybody else just living their life. Like, you gotta be a miserable ass person to wake up every day to try to figure out how you can hurt some damn body or how you can ruin somebody's life. Now, I will say, if women choose to be single and okay about it, men should not care. But for the ones that do care, 9 times out of 10, they're just a narcissist because they feel like they got to get what they want out of a person. They have to have control over a person. And some men that want to have a woman that may have some traits, but not a full-blown narc, borderline, or somewhere in the middle, whatever. It's because men and women, I'll say that. Especially, yep. Men and women, especially these modern women. They just want people to take care of them. They just want to dump all their problems on other people so other people can solve them. They just want to live an easy life on somebody else's back. Okay, that's the thing that they do. They don't care. So that's why these ones that crash out, want to be crashing out on people about nonsense. Just to have something to say. Like I said in the other, don't be handsome. Don't be beautiful. Don't have things. Don't be smart, because those are going to be the ones that come after you the hardest. They don't know nothing about you. Nothing about you. And remember, the narc is always still out there. If the narcs don't think that I know that they're still out there, they stupid as hell. Because you're getting personal. They always find a way to tell on themselves when you know it's them. And you're thinking like, okay, so like I said in the other video, sometimes these new narcs don't know you. And you might be questioning like, oh, is it the narc? Is it the narc? Sometimes it's not. But always remember that the narc is always still out there, and demons will protect demons. That woman her flabber was gastic. She was like, I was like, you could have just said, good day, everyone. God bless you. May you have a blessed day. And somebody still would attack you. You think somebody that rolls with Satan cares that you said something about God? That just burned them up. That just sparked their flame. Like, oh, I got to shut that down. We're talking about God. I got to shut that down. That woman was just flabbergasted. And then I had to call my girl when I said, be careful in that group. And I feel you, sis. Because you was like, me neither. I didn't even care. I wasn't even going to go back and see if any likes or anybody commented, but I kept getting notifications that somebody just kept commenting on my comment. And when I looked at the comments, nothing really. I didn't really care. And I think I only replied back to 2 or 3 people only because they had sense. But I didn't reply back to everybody else. And I'm like, wow. So I go through every single comment. And women was like crashing back out on their ass. But they wasn't responding to the women that was crashing back on their ass the way that they was crashing out on me. Make it make sense. Why was I the one that they chose to all crash out on? And this is men from all over the world, all races, all ages, all whatever. But for some reason, because it wasn't what I said. I know what it is. God knows what it is. Y'all figure it out. But for some reason, they wanted to decide to gang on me and gang stock on me. You know what I mean? And that's fine. But like I said, she had the same, but the one she had was worse because he was all in her inbox and all that other stuff. But like I said, when they take the time to go find your personal stuff, I had your personal page and to inbox or whatever. I had a garden page one time. Not a garden page. I was in a garden group one time when the COVID was out. And I was really, really good at gardening. And I remember I was just talking about what I was gardening, showing the video of what I'm growing. And this one lady, perfect name, Linda, they don't even live in Florida. You in Ohio. And I almost call her all type of, you know what. And she goes under my video and say, don't nobody care what you look like. This ain't no date app. And I'm thinking, like, what the hell are you talking about? I'm talking about growing flowers and food, and nobody said nothing about dating, but God told me what that was. Evidently, you was jealous about the way that I looked. So, I just, like, left the group. Then this black woman inboxed me. She was like, sis, I saw that. She said, I saw what they did. She said, I saw what they did. Go to this gardening page. She said, go to the Black Gardeners page and join us, which I did. Never had no problems there, okay? But she decided to go in my inbox and send me a message to continue to go on. She was like, yeah, ain't nobody worried about how you look, and we're doing a garden, and this is Florida garden, so I should have been like, you in Ohio, why are you in Florida garden? But I didn't say that. She's like, so don't nobody really care about how you look. All I said was, you do. Block. My block game is strong. Block. So all she had to do was sit there and just talk, I almost cussed, talk-ish to whoever she wanted to talk-ish that was around her. Then she had some, I can't say that word, but I'm going to say simp. Because a man won't do this. Some simp that don't even know me was like, before she inboxed me, he asked under the video, what's her gripe? And then that's when I left the group. And then he inboxed me and was like, I don't know what the hell he said. Something, but he was insulting me. Nothing had to do with gardening. So that's when I started to, like, I was still actually with the narc. So that's when I started to figure out this thing a little slowly through other people. Like, what the hell was that? Like, I'm in here doing what the group is about, gardening. But y'all attacking me on how I look. Like, I know I'm not God's gift or whatever, but I'm God's gift. Because I am of God. Okay? So, that point of me telling you that story, you guys, that story is the same thing about this crash out video. And there's a couple other people that I got to contact that's in my favorite circle. Like, I mean, if you got thick skin and you know, don't care what they say, or if you know you're going to go back and forth with them, don't comment in that group. Don't comment in that group. And maybe somebody will probably contact the administrator of that group and just let them know you need some shoot, what I'm trying to say. My tongue is tired right now. I'm going to say administrator, but anyway, you know, moderators. You need some moderators. You need some moderators to get them type of people out your group, because after a while, people are not going to want to comment on your post out of fear of being or just irritated of being attacked for nothing at all. So I don't know, maybe I would, maybe I won't, but yeah, when I saw my people up there, I'm like, whoa. I started hitting y'all up like, whoa. And thank God we actually got each other's phone number, so y'all knew it was me saying, hey, whoa. So I'm gonna have my girl call me back later on tonight, so I can explain to her a little bit more what that was, and then I'm gonna try to catch up with my other girl. But y'all, this is an update. I know I was like all over the place. But when that lady came to me, was like, they did that to me too, and told me her part of it. And the reason why this video might seem like it's all over, because it was just the whole conversation was pretty much all about women being single, and I don't understand what the crash out was about, because men can also be single too. And if women are okay being single, that shouldn't be upsetting anyone. If men are okay being single and just, you know, living their life, that should be okay. That shouldn't be bothering anyone. The only thing I'll say, which is my opinion, and y'all might not like it, the only difference is that when you get older and you don't have anyone, I would say at least 80% of women won't have anything to worry about, because they're going to always have loved ones and people around them, surrounded around them, to be there for them, to even take care of them. And don't get me wrong, there's some good men out there that'll have that too. They might have some good kids or whatever. But men are more, to me, are more fearful of growing along by themselves than women. Just don't care like that. Like, when my grannies, both of my grannies, before they passed away, and they wasn't no divorce, so they didn't have a man. My grandfather was passed away, so, well, not my grandmother, my grandmother on my mother's side, my grandfather was still alive. But my granny on my dad's side, her husband passed away. But both of them ended up, living out the rest of their life alone. And they were happy. We were all around them, loving on grandma. And we was just loving on them. Like, they had family around them every single day. The only time that my grandfather got loved on is after we all grew up and whatever and moved away. And I eventually came back around. And then I ended up spending the last 8 years of his life together with him. So he was my heart. He's the love of my life. So he didn't have to be alone. He never have to be alone. Because I really did have a loving grandfather. He had some things going on, but once he got older, became a old day minister, and God, got him. He got his life back straight with God. That's when I came back around, and I enjoyed the last 8 years that we spent together. It probably was longer than that, maybe 10. That we spent together. He always supported everything that I did. He never missed any of my shows. He always traveled with me. We had some fun vacations every Father's Day, every birthday he had. It was always big and grand. So I thank God for that. So like I said, I'm only telling you that part because not all men is going to, grow old and alone. As long as you, been a good person to your people. So let's look at life this way. Life ain't always about a relationship. God didn't say we all have to be married. God didn't say we all have to be in a relationship. So for these people that's angry and mad because they want what they want, maybe that wasn't God's plan. They can't do that on their own. I don't want to make this video too long, so I'm finna go. I'm going to try to get into this next topic because it feels so good out here. I'm going to sit down for a minute and try to get on this next topic. But y'all, this was the update. I hope it made sense. Be blessed.